My beloved child, stop right where you are. Freeze your hand. Do not scroll past this video. Do not treat this moment as a mere coincidence of an algorithm or a random suggestion on your screen. This is a divine appointment that was written in the stars before you took your first breath. You have been running, you have been hiding, and you have been fighting a battle that has drained the very marrow of your spirit. I am not speaking to the multitude right now. I am speaking directly to you. I am speaking to the person behind the screen who feels like they are hanging by a thread. I am speaking to the heart that whispered, "God, if you are real, show me a sign just moments ago." This is your sign. This is my voice reaching out through the digital noise to grab hold of your hand before you slip away. I have arrested your attention because you are standing on a precipice, looking down into a valley of shadows, wondering if it is time to let go. But I am here to tell you, do not let go. Stay close to me within this message, for I have buried 6 sacred keys waiting for you to find. I have hidden them like precious stones along this path, and you must not miss a single one. In the first moments, I will hand you the first 2 keys revelations that will instantly shift how you perceive your time and the battlefield of your own mind. As we journey deeper, you will uncover the law of focus and the ancient secret of Peter upon the water. Through these, I will show you exactly where to fix your eyes when the storm screams around you. But listen closely. The most powerful keys are hidden at the very end. If you leave early, you will leave without the final seal of your breakthrough, the prescription of forgiveness, and the 3-day practice of surrender. These are the keys that open the door to the peace your soul has been crying out for. Do not rush. Let me untangle the knots in your spirit. I have seen the heaviness that you carry when no one else is watching. I have seen the way you stare at the ceiling in the middle of the night while the rest of the world sleeps in peace. You feel like you are screaming underwater, where no sound escapes and the pressure is crushing your lungs. You have been strong for so long. You have been the pillar for your family, the listener for your friends, the problem solver for your workplace. But who is there for you, who holds you when your knees buckle under the weight of the world? I am here. I have always been here. I have caught every tear you thought fell unnoticed. I have heard every silent prayer that was too painful to speak aloud. You are not invisible to me. You are not forgotten by me. And today, I am calling everything to a halt because your soul is in critical condition, and I love you too much to let you take another step toward destruction without my intervention. Before I reveal the blessing that is rushing toward you, and before I open the floodgates of the breakthrough I have prepared, I need you to acknowledge this meeting. Do not remain a spectator in your own rescue. I need you to step out of the shadows of your doubt and declare your presence before my throne. By doing so, you are opening the door for my spirit to enter your situation. Type, "I am here, Lord," or type the number 7007 in the comments right now to open the gates of heaven over your life. Let this simple act be your first step of surrender. Let the physical act of typing be the spiritual act of saying, "Yes, Lord, I am listening." Do not hesitate. Mark this moment in time. To fully align with this frequency of healing and to ensure you are tethered to this source of life, I invite you to join this sanctuary of believers. Press the like button to signal your agreement with heaven and subscribe to this channel so that you do not drift away from my voice again. When you subscribe, you are not just following a channel. You are planting yourself by the stream of living water. You are saying, "I want to be fed. I want to be led." Do this now as a prophetic act of commitment to your own healing journey. Listen closely, for what I am about to do requires your absolute trust. Imagine you have walked into the office of the great physician. When a doctor needs to heal a deep wound, They cannot simply cover it with a cloth and hope it vanishes. No, my child. A good doctor must first remove the bandages. They must expose the wound to the light. They must clean out the infection, even if the stinging sensation is uncomfortable. You have been applying temporary bandages to a spiritual hemorrhage. You have been trying to smile through the agony, hoping the pain will disappear if you ignore it long enough. But the infection of worry, the poison of betrayal, and the bacteria of fear have spread too deep. I am here to perform a spiritual checkup. I am here to touch the places that hurt the most, not to cause you pain, but to release the pressure. You cannot be healed of what you refuse to reveal. You have been walking with a limp in your spirit, pretending you are whole. You have been carrying a backpack filled with stones of regret, stones of anger, and stones of disappointment. And you wonder why you are exhausted. You wonder why you cannot run the race I have set before you. Today, I am asking you to sit on the examination table. I am asking you to let me look at the broken pieces. Do not pull away. Do not hide the shame. I am not here to judge the wound. I am here to close it. Do not turn away. Do not close this video. The diagnosis may feel heavy because I am forcing you to look at the reality of your weariness, but the cure I hold in my hand is sweeter than honeycomb and more powerful than any medicine on earth. If you click away now, you will walk back out into the cold, carrying the same burden that brought you here. But if you stay, if you endure this examination, I am about to write a prescription that will change your destiny forever. I am about to hand you the keys to a peace that surpasses all understanding. The surgery of your soul has begun. Stay still, my child. The healing is already flowing. My child, every minute you spend watching this is a seed. It is not wasted time. It is invested eternity. You live in a world that worships speed, a world that tells you if you are not moving, you are dying. They tell you that time is money, and so you feel poor when you sit still. But I tell you, time spent in my presence is the only currency that never devalues. You have come here thinking you are spending time, but in reality, you are planting it. Each word you hear, each breath you take while listening to my voice is a kernel of glory being sown into the fertile soil of your future. Do not let the enemy whisper that you are wasting your day. Do not let the anxiety of your to-do list rob you of this holy pause. The world runs on the clock, but you run on my calling. I know the relationship you have with time has become strained. I know you look at the calendar with a heavy heart. You see the dates flying by, birthdays, anniversaries, the start of a new month, the end of another year. And with every page that turns, a quiet panic rises in your throat. You feel the phantom pressure of a clock ticking loudly in an empty room. You look at your life and you measure it against the timeline you created in your head. By this age, you were supposed to be married. By this year, you were supposed to be debt-free. By this season, you were supposed to be healed. And because the visible reality does not match the invisible expectation, you feel like a failure. You feel like you have missed the boat, like the train has left the station, and you are standing alone on the platform, holding a ticket for a journey that will never happen. But listen to me closely. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten on the shelf of history. You are merely in a different time zone, my time zone. In my kingdom, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. I can do in 1 second what takes men a lifetime to achieve. You are mourning the years that the locusts have eaten, the years you feel were stolen by sickness, by depression, by bad relationships, or by stagnation. You look in the mirror when you see the lines of age or the shadows of exhaustion, and you think, it is too late for me. But I am the God of the resurrection. I am the God who reverses the flow of the river. I am the God who stopped the sun for Joshua and turned back the shadow for Hezekiah. Do you think your timeline is too hard for me to alter? I have seen you comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. I have seen the bitterness that tries to take root when you see the wicked prosper, while you, the faithful one, seem to struggle in the mud. You ask, Lord, when is it my turn? How long must I wait? I hear the desperation in that question. I feel the ache of the waiting room. But understand this, a building that is built quickly can be destroyed quickly. A mushroom grows overnight, but it lasts only a day. An oak tree takes decades to grow, but it stands for centuries. I am not building a mushroom life for you. I am building an oak tree legacy. The time you think is wasted is actually the time being used to deepen your roots. You cannot see the roots, so you think nothing is happening. But underneath the surface, in the dark, damp soil where no one sees, I am expanding your capacity. You see delay. I see development. You see a pause. I see protection. There were doors I kept shut because if you had walked through them a year ago, the pressure would have crushed you. There were opportunities I allowed to slip away because they were traps disguised as blessings. You cried over them, but I was saving your life. Now I am asking you to make peace with the season of hiddenness. Stop fighting the clock. Stop trying to fast forward the movie of your life. Trust the director. I wrote the script and I know exactly when the climax is coming. The scene may look slow right now, but the plot twist I have prepared will happen so suddenly that it will leave your head spinning. Rest in the waiting. Your time is not running out. Your time is just beginning. My child, I want to talk about the armor you are wearing. To the world, it looks like resilience. They compliment you on how strong you are, how you handle everything with such grace, how you never seem to crack under pressure. But I see what lies beneath that metal exterior. I see a back that is breaking. I see shoulders that are bruised and bleeding from carrying a weight I never asked you to lift. You have convinced yourself that if you put the load down, everything will fall apart. You believe that you are the glue holding your family together, the engine keeping your finances running, and the shield protecting everyone else from pain. But in your effort to be the savior of your own life, you have crushed your own spirit. You are tired, my precious one. Not just the kind of tired that a good night's sleep can fix. You are soul tired. You are weary in your bones. I have watched you in the quiet hours of the night. I have seen you pace the floor when the rest of the house is silent. You lie in bed, but your mind is a battlefield. The moment your head hits the pillow, the committee of worry calls a meeting. You replay conversations from the past. You calculate numbers that do not add up. You run through scenarios of disaster that haven't even happened yet. You are fighting a war in your imagination, swinging your sword at shadows, defending yourself against what-ifs and maybes. You think that by worrying, you are controlling the outcome. But worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it gets you nowhere. I see you checking your phone, checking your bank account, checking the news, looking for a solution, but all you find is more noise. Let us look at the giants standing in your path. I know their names. I know the giant of lack that mocks you every time you look at a bill. It whispers that you will never have enough, that you will drown in the sea of obligation, that poverty is your destiny. I know the giant of infirmity that has whispered threats against your health or the health of someone you love. It tells you the diagnosis is final, that the pain is permanent, that your body is betraying you. I know the giant of conflict that stands in your home or your workplace, stirring up strife, making you feel like you are walking on eggshells, robbing you of the sanctuary that your home is supposed to be. These giants look massive to you. They cast long, terrifying shadows that darken your joy. You feel like a grasshopper in their sight. You have been trying to fight these giants with your own strength. You have been using the weapons of the flesh: anger, manipulation, overworking, strategizing, and begging. You have tried to outsmart the problem. You have tried to outwork the problem. But these are not battles of flesh and blood, and that is why you are losing. That is why you feel defeated before the day even begins. You are bringing a knife to a nuclear war. You are trying to push back the ocean with a spoon. My child, the exhaustion you feel is the evidence that you are fighting a battle that does not belong to you. You are playing the role of God in your own life, and it is a role you are not designed to play. You were created to be a child, not a commander. You were created to be a sheep, not the shepherd. I want you to feel the weight of what you are carrying right now. Close your eyes for a moment and feel the tension in your neck, the tightness in your chest. That is the physical manifestation of a spiritual error. You have taken the government of your life upon your own shoulders. But the scripture says, "The government shall be upon my shoulders." I am the one who manages the universe. I keep the planets in orbit. I tell the ocean where to stop. Do you not think I can handle your rent? Do you not think I can handle your lawsuit? Do you not think I can handle your rebellious child? You are exhausted because you are doing my job. And today, I am here to fire you from the position of general and rehire you as the position of child. Put down the sword. Take off the heavy armor. It does not fit you. The battle is real, yes, but the way you are fighting it is wrong. My child, let us walk into the deepest chamber of your heart, the room you keep locked because the air inside is thick with the scent of betrayal. I know that the battle you face is not just about money or health. It is about people. It is about the knife that was twisted not by an enemy who hated you, but by a friend who claimed to love you. It is the sting of the Judas kiss. You are bleeding from wounds inflicted at your own dinner table. You opened your heart, you shared your secrets, you gave your time and your resources, and in return, you received slander, gossip, and abandonment. The pain of this is different from any other pain. It disorients you. It makes you question your own judgment. It makes you ask, Lord, why did you let them get so close if you knew they would hurt me? I saw it all. I want you to know this. Nothing that happened to you in the dark is hidden from me. I saw the text messages they sent behind your back. I heard the conversations they had when you left the room. I saw the smirk on their faces when you stumbled. You have been trying to defend your reputation. You have been wanting to scream the truth from the rooftops to clear your name. You have replayed the events in your mind, crafting imaginary arguments where you finally prove them wrong. But listen to me. You do not need to defend yourself. I am your defender. I am your vindicator. When you try to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you, you are casting your pearls before swine. Step back. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the loudest scream of confidence in my justice. You must understand why I allowed this. This is a hard truth, but it will set you free. I allowed them to hurt you because I needed them to leave you. There are places I am taking you where they could not go. There are levels of blessing I am preparing for you that they would have contaminated. If I had not allowed their true nature to be revealed through that betrayal, you would have kept them by your side, and they would have become an anchor, dragging you down in the deep waters of your destiny. The betrayal was not a rejection. It was a redirection. It was my divine protection disguised as a painful exit. I had to make them uncomfortable around you. I had to let their jealousy rise to the surface so that the separation would happen. Do not grieve the loss of people who were never really with you. Some people are in your life for a reason, some for a season, but very few are for a lifetime. You have been trying to turn seasonal people into lifetime partners, and it has caused you nothing but heartache. The sifting process is painful, I know, It feels lonely to look around and see the circle getting smaller. But notice this, as the circle gets smaller, it gets stronger. I am pruning the dead branches so that you can bear more fruit. Those who left created space for those who are coming, people who will love you, honor you, and push you toward your purpose without a hidden agenda. Release the bitterness. I know it tastes like poison in your mouth, but if you swallow it, it will kill you, not them. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was right. Forgiveness is saying, I trust God to handle this more than I trust my own revenge. Hand me the file case of your betrayal. Let me be the judge. When you release them, you untie the knot that binds you to the past. Watch what I do when you finally let go. I will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. They will watch you rise. They will watch you shine. And they will know that the God you serve was with you all along. The vindication is coming, but it will not come by your words. It will come by your blessing. My child, I am about to hand you the secret key that unlocks the prison cell you have been living in. You have been asking me to change your circumstances, to remove the people who trouble you, and to erase the numbers on your debts. You think that if the world outside changes, the world inside you will finally be at peace. But I tell you, you have it backwards. The world around you is a reflection of the world within you. The reason you feel overwhelmed is not because the storm is too big. It is because your focus is misplaced. There is a spiritual law that acts as gravity in the kingdom. What you behold, you become. What you constantly look at, you eventually turn into. You have been staring at your problems with such intensity that you have memorized every detail of them. You wake up, and your first thought is of the problem. You go to sleep, and your last thought is of the problem. You talk about it to your friends, you Google it, you analyze it from every angle. By doing this, you are unknowingly worshiping the problem. To worry is to meditate on the lies of the enemy. You are giving your attention, which is the most valuable currency you possess, to the very thing that is destroying you. When you focus on the giant grows. When you focus on the mountain seems insurmountable. You are feeding the beast that is eating your joy. Imagine your mind is a magnifying glass. Whatever you hold that glass over becomes larger in your perception. It does not change the actual size of the object, but it changes how much space it occupies in your vision. You have been holding the magnifying glass over your pain, over your lack, and over your fear. And because you have magnified it, it has blocked out the sun. It has blocked out my face. You can no longer see my power because your problem is taking up the entire frame of your existence. I am still here. I am still almighty. But to you, I seem small, distant, and silent. Not because I moved, but because you have zoomed in on the chaos. Your mind is like a fertile garden. The soil of your mind does not care what you plant in it. It will return to you exactly what you sow. If you plant seeds of corn, you get corn. If you plant seeds of poison ivy, you get poison ivy. The soil does not judge. It simply produces. For years, you have allowed the enemy to come into your garden and drop seeds of fear, anxiety, and doubt. You have watered these seeds with your tears. You have fertilized them with your words of complaint. And now you are standing in a forest of weeds, wondering why you cannot find the fruit of the Spirit. You wonder why you have no peace, but you have been growing a crop of panic. Right now, I want you to agree with me. Go to the comments and write these words, "My mind is your garden, Lord." As you type it, you are uprooting the weeds of fear and inviting me to plant new seeds of faith. You must understand that the enemy's primary weapon against you is not power. It is distraction. He cannot defeat me, and because you are in me, he cannot defeat you. So his only tactic is to get you to take your eyes off of me. He acts like a magician, waving one hand frantically to get you to look at the storm so you do not notice the miracle I am performing with the other hand. He screams, "Look at the report. Look at the bank account. Look at the betrayal." He wants you mesmerized by the tragedy so that you miss the triumph. As long as you are staring at the snake, the poison works. But the moment you look up to the brazen serpent, the moment you look up to the cross, the venom loses its power. It is time to discipline your eyes. This is not a passive act. It is an act of spiritual war. You must violently shift your gaze. When the thought of failure comes, you must immediately pivot and look at my promise. When the image of disaster flashes in your mind, replace it with an image of victory. You cannot delete a thought. You can only replace it. You must tear down the shrine you have built to your problems and build an altar of worship to your God. Stop telling me how big your storm is. Start telling your storm how big your God is. This is the turning point. The law of focus states that you move toward what you look at. If you look at the wall, you will hit the wall. If you look at the open road, you will drive through. I am calling you today to stop studying the darkness. Stop analyzing the shackles. Look at me. Look at my faithfulness in the past. Look at the times I made a way where there was no way. As you behold me, you are being transformed. As you behold my glory, your problems shrink back to their proper size footstools for your feet. Shift your focus, my child, and watch your reality realign. My child, let me take you back to a night on the Sea of Galilee, a night that mirrors exactly where you are standing right now. You know the story of Peter walking on the water, but I want you to see it through my eyes. The winds were screaming, the waves were crashing against the boat, and fear had gripped the hearts of my disciples. But in the midst of that chaos, Peter saw me. For a moment, his desire to be with me was greater than his fear of the storm. He asked to come, and I said one simple word, "Come," and he did the impossible. He stepped out of the boat, he placed his foot on liquid water, and it held him up like solid rock. Do you understand the physics of that miracle? It was not magic. It was the power of absolute connection. As long as Peter's eyes were locked into mine, the laws of the natural world were suspended. He was not walking on water. He was walking on my word. The storm was still raging around him. The waves were still high. The wind was still howling. Nothing in his environment had changed, yet he was above it all. He was triumphant. He was doing what no human could do simply because his gaze was fixed on the source of life. This is the posture I desire for you. You have stepped out in faith before. You have had moments where you felt invincible because you knew I was with you. You remember those days, don't you? But then something happened. The scripture says, "But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, 'Lord, save me.'" Read that again. When he saw the wind. Peter did not sink because the waves got bigger. He did not sink because he lost his ability to walk. He sank because he broke eye contact. He shifted his focus from the Creator to the chaos. He looked at the wind, the very thing that was threatening him, and in that split second, fear rushed in. The moment fear entered, gravity returned. The supernatural connection was severed, and the natural world took over. He began to drown in the very thing he had just been conquering. This is exactly what is happening to you, my beloved. You are sinking not because you are weak, not because you are sinful, and not because I have left you. You are sinking because you are looking at the wind. You are looking at the stack of unpaid bills and saying, "It is too high." You are looking at the medical report and saying, "It is too final." You are looking at the words of your enemies and saying they are too loud. You have taken your eyes off my face and fixed them on the storm. And because you are looking at the storm is swallowing you. You are overwhelmed because you are analyzing the wind instead of trusting the one who controls it. I am asking you today, where is your gaze? Are you staring at the problem mesmerized by its size, or are you staring at me, captivated by my power? You cannot do both. You cannot look at the waves and look at me at the same time. The reason you feel like you are drowning in anxiety is that you have given the storm your full attention. You are meditating on the disaster. You are rehearsing the worst-case scenario. And just like Peter, you are beginning to sink. You feel the water rising to your neck. You feel the panic setting in. But hear me. I did not let Peter drown, and I will not let you drown. The moment he cried out, "Lord, save me," immediately I stretched forth my hand and caught him. I am stretching out my hand to you right now through this message. Grab hold of it. How? By shifting your gaze. Stop looking at the wind of your life. Stop obsessing over the details of how you will survive. Look at me. Remember who I am. I am the one who parts the Red Sea. I am the one who brings water from the rock. As you lock your eyes back on me, you will find your footing again. The water that threatened to kill you will become the pavement for your victory. The storm may still rage, but you will walk over it. Focus on me, and you will not sink. My child, you have been crying out for a strategy. You have been looking for a plan, a roadmap, a way to maneuver through this minefield. You have asked, "Lord, what should I do?" And every time you ask that, you feel a frustration because the answer seems to be silence. But it is not silence. It is a command you are afraid to obey. My strategy for your victory is completely contrary to human logic. Your instinct tells you to run, to fight, to manipulate, to beg, to make noise. But I am telling you, the most powerful thing you can do right now is 2 words: stand still. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. This is not a suggestion for the lazy. It is a command for the courageous. To stand still when everything around you is shaking is the ultimate act of defiance against the enemy. The devil wants you running around in panic. He wants you exhausted from trying to fix things you cannot touch. When you run, you are reacting to his moves. But when you stand still, you are declaring that your God is bigger than the threat. You are planting your feet on the rock and saying, "I will not be moved. I will not be shaken. I will not panic." Do not mistake standing still for doing nothing. This is not passivity. This is active, militant faith. It takes more strength to stand still in the face of a storm than it does to run for cover. It is a posture of spiritual authority. It is the position of a victor who knows the war is already won. When you stand still, you are quieting your soul so that I can take over. You are zipping your lips so that you do not speak doubt. You are calming your mind so that you can hear my whisper. It is in this stillness that the transfer of power happens. You see, the battle is not yours. It is mine. You have heard this before, but you have not lived it. You treat the battle as if it belongs to you, and you treat me as your assistant whom you call upon when you get tired. But I am not your assistant. I am the commander of the angelic armies. As long as you are trying to fight the battle with your own hands, I must stand back. I will not fight with you. I will fight for you, but only when you step out of the way. If you hold on to the steering wheel, I cannot drive. If you hold on to the sword, I cannot swing my hammer. You must make a decision right now. Who is going to fight this giant, you or me? If you fight it, you might win or you might lose, but you will certainly be exhausted. If I fight it, the victory is guaranteed and you will rest. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is wise delegation. It is handing the heavy backpack to the one who can carry it with a single finger. It is saying, "Lord, This is too big for me. I resign as the general of my life. I hand the keys over to you. If you believe that I am capable of handling what is hurting you, and if you are ready to transfer the weight of this battle from your shoulders to mine, I need you to confirm this covenant of trust. Press the like button on this video as a physical sign that you are letting go of the control. Let it be a signal to the heavens that you are stepping back so I can step in. And if you have not yet joined this army of believers, subscribe now. By subscribing, you are positioning yourself under my covering, ensuring that you are equipped for every victory that is to come. Do this now and let the peace of surrender wash over you. When you take your hands off the problem, I put my hands on it. And when my hands touch your problem, it does not just get solved, it gets redeemed. The very thing that was sent to destroy you will become the platform for your promotion. But you must hold your peace. You must stop the frantic phone calls. You must stop the sleepless nights of calculation. Stand still. Watch what I am about to do. The Red Sea is about to part, but it will not part for a panic-stricken runner. It will part for the child who stands still and points their eyes toward heaven. The battle is over. I have taken the field. My child, I am handing you a prescription now. It is bitter to the taste, and your flesh will want to spit it out, but it is the only medicine that will heal the infection in your soul. That prescription is forgiveness. I know you recoil at that word. I know you feel that forgiving them is equivalent to saying that what they did was acceptable. You feel that if you let go of your anger, you are letting them off the hook without justice. But listen to me. Forgiveness is not exoneration for them. It is emancipation for you. You have been holding on to this burning coal of resentment, waiting to throw it at them. But all you are doing is burning your own hand. You are scarring your own spirit while they go on living their lives, often unaware or indifferent to your pain. You must understand the spiritual mechanics of unforgiveness. When you refuse to forgive, you are forging a chain that binds you to the very person who hurt you. You are spiritually tethered to them. Everywhere you go, you drag the memory of their betrayal with you. They occupy rent-free space in your mind. They steal your sleep. They dictate your mood. Even though they may be physically absent, your bitterness keeps them present in your spirit. Do you really want to carry them into your future? Do you want their shadow to darken the blessings I am preparing? As long as you hate them, you are tied to them. The only way to break the chain, the only way to cut the cord and walk away free, is to forgive. I am not asking you to trust them again. Trust is earned. Forgiveness is a gift. I am not asking you to reconcile with them if they are toxic. I am asking you to evict them from your heart. I am asking you to surrender your right to revenge. Vengeance is mine, I have said. When you try to take revenge, even in your thoughts, you are stepping into my courtroom and trying to sit in my seat. You are not the judge. You do not have the capacity to deliver perfect justice, but I do. And I promise you, no one gets away with anything. My justice is precise. My timing is perfect. But I cannot execute my justice on your behalf as long as you are blocking the doorway with your anger. You must step aside. You must release the case into my hands. There is a blockage in the pipeline of your blessings, and that blockage is bitterness. You have been praying for financial breakthrough, for healing, for restoration, but the flow is stopped up by the debris of old offenses. You cannot receive the new wine if your wineskin is full of the old vinegar of resentment. The prophecy I have for you is this: the very moment you whisper, "Lord, I forgive them," a spiritual dam will break. The relief will be instant. The heaviness in your chest will vanish. And suddenly the answers to prayers that have been stuck for years will begin to arrive. You are one decision away from a flood of favor. Do not let your pride keep you poor. Do not let your anger keep you sick. Swallow the medicine. Let the bitterness go and watch how quickly I heal what remains. Forgive them not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgive them because you are too valuable to be a dumpster for someone else's toxic waste. The enemy wants you to stay offended so that you stay stagnant. He knows that an offended Christian is a powerless Christian. He knows that if you are focused on the hurt, you cannot focus on the healer. Break his strategy today. Speak their names in prayer, not to curse them, but to release them. Say, I release you to God. You owe me nothing, for God owes me everything. In that act of mercy, you will find your own miracle. The cage door is open. Walk out. My child, I want you to take a good look at the giant standing before you right now. Look at the mountain of debt that seems impossible to climb. Look at the legal situation that threatens to swallow your future. Look at the person who has sworn to make your life miserable. I want you to look at them one last time, because I am telling you, you are about to see them no more. This is the hour of the tumbling. This is the moment where the laws of gravity in the spiritual realm are reversed. That problem which has loomed over you like a skyscraper, casting a shadow of fear over your home, is about to come crashing down. And the most miraculous part is this: it will not fall because you pushed it. It will fall because I breathed on it. You have been losing sleep wondering how you are going to defeat this thing. You have been calculating your resources, counting your allies, and realizing you do not have enough. And you are right, you do not have enough. But I have enough. I am the God who brings down the walls of Jericho without a single battering ram. The Israelites did not touch the stones. They simply marched and shouted. My praise and the structural integrity of the walls failed. I am speaking to the structural integrity of your problem right now. I am speaking to the foundation of that sickness. I am speaking to the root of that financial crisis. I am declaring that the center cannot hold. I am loosening the mortar. The collapse is imminent. Watch closely how I work. You will see the situation dissolve in a way that makes no logical sense. The lawsuit that seemed airtight will suddenly be dismissed. The paperwork that was meant to condemn you will be lost. The landlord or creditor who was breathing down your neck will suddenly have a change of heart or be distracted by their own issues. The person who was attacking you at work will be transferred, or they will simply lose interest in you. I am sending confusion into the camp of your enemies. I am turning their own schemes against them. The trap they set for your feet will be the pit they fall into themselves. You will stand still and watch the giant stumble over its own feet. This is my promise to you. The giant you fear today is about to become the grass you walk on tomorrow. I am turning the tables so completely that you will wonder if the problem ever really existed. The silence that follows the crash will be the sound of your freedom. You will walk into rooms where you used to feel intimidated, and you will feel a new authority. You will look at the bank account that used to make you cry, and you will see provision that you did not earn. I am leveling the playing field. I am making the rough places smooth. Do not be afraid of the noise of the falling giants. It is the sound of my victory establishing itself in your life. Prepare for the dust to settle, for when it does, you will be standing tall, untouched, and fully vindicated. My child, as the giants fall around you, something miraculous is going to happen within you. For a long time, your inner world has felt like a scorched battlefield. The constant stress, the fight or flight mode, and the relentless pressure have left the garden of your soul dry and cracked. You have forgotten what it feels like to simply be. You have forgotten the sound of silence that is not threatening. But I am telling you, the season of war is ending, and the season of blooming is beginning. The first sign of this shift will not be a check in the mail or a phone call. It will be a supernatural peace that settles over your mind like a warm blanket. You are going to wake up tomorrow, and for the first time in months, the heavy weight on your chest will be gone. The alarm of anxiety that usually rings in your head the moment you open your eyes will be silenced. You will take a deep breath, and it will feel full. You will look at the day ahead, not with dread, but with a quiet curiosity. This is the blooming of Shalom, my perfect peace returning to your spirit. The chaotic noise of worry is being replaced by the melody of gratitude. The fog of confusion is lifting, and in its place, I am giving you crystal clear vision. You will see things as they really are not through the lens of fear, but through the lens of faith. I am also restoring your sleep. I know how the enemy has stolen your rest. I know the tossing and turning, the waking up at 3 a.m. with your heart racing. That ends now. I am giving his beloved sleep. When you lay your head down tonight, you will drift into a deep restorative slumber. You will be replenished in the night seasons. While you sleep, I will be performing surgery on your memories, removing the sting of trauma. You will wake up feeling lighter, younger, and stronger. The exhaustion that has seeped into your bones is being washed away by the river of my spirit. You are coming back to life. And from this place of deep peace, creativity will begin to flow. Watch what happens when your mind is no longer occupied with survival. Suddenly, you will have ideas. Divine downloads will drop into your spirit, ideas for business solutions to problems that have stumped you for years, creative sparks that will open new streams of income. These are not just random thoughts. They are seeds from heaven falling into the now fertile soil of your peaceful mind. Prosperity does not come from panic. It comes from peace. As you tend to this garden of stillness, you will see opportunities sprout up that you never could have seen when you were running from the giant. The garden is blooming, my child. Get ready to harvest the fruit. My child, hear this decree clearly. The era of theft is over. The thief has been caught, and according to my spiritual law, he must repay sevenfold what he has stolen. You have been living in a season of subtraction. You have watched your resources dwindle, your relationships crumble, and your joy evaporate like mist in the morning sun. You have felt like you were carrying a bag with holes in it, earning wages only to put them into a pocket that cannot hold them. But I am declaring today that the season of subtraction is ending, and the season of multiplication is beginning. I am not just going to give you back what you lost. That would only bring you back to zero. I am the God of the double portion. For every tear you shed, I am planting a seed of joy. For every dollar the enemy stole, I am orchestrating a return that will leave you astounded. You have looked at your finances with fear, calculating how long you can survive. You have worked, you have toiled, and you have sweated. Yet the harvest has been small. This is because you have been operating under the curse of toil. Toil is work without grace. Toil is effort without favor. But I am shifting you now from the realm of toil to the realm of grace. Provision is coming, but it will not come because you worked yourself to the bone. It will come because I have commanded the blessing to chase you down and overtake you. You will find favor in places you did not seek it. Strangers will be moved to bless you. Debts that you thought you would carry to your grave will be canceled supernaturally. I am taking the sweat out of your success. I am proving to you that it is my blessing that makes rich, and I add no sorrow with it. Prepare yourself for the restoration of relationships, but not in the way you expect. There are those who walked away from you when you were down. There are those who mocked your faith and whispered that your God had abandoned you. They thought your story was over. They thought they were attending your funeral. But they are about to witness your resurrection. I will prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Note that I did not say I would remove your enemies. I said I would feed you while they watch. They will see you rise. They will see the glow of my glory return to your face. They will see the restoration of your household and the abundance in your hands. And they will be forced to acknowledge that the hand of the Lord is upon you. You will not need to say a word. Your life will be the sermon. Your prosperity will be the proof. This restoration is not just about material things. It is about dignity. You have felt the sting of shame. You have felt less than because of your struggles. I am stripping that shame off of you like a filthy garment. I am clothing you in a robe of honor. People who used to look down on you will look up to you, not because you are arrogant, but because my favor exalts the humble. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten. The years of loneliness, the years of poverty, the years of confusion, I am redeeming them all. I am compressing time for you. What takes others 10 years to achieve, I will do for you in 1. Do not look at your age. Do not look at the economy. Look at me. I am the restorer of your soul and the provider of your needs. Open your hands wide, for the rain of restoration is beginning to fall. I am also healing the breach in your family. I know the hearts that have turned cold. I know the misunderstandings that have built walls between you and those you love. While you stand still and focus on me, I am working on them. I am softening hearts of stone. I am whispering your name in their dreams. I am reminding them of the love that once was. You will see prodigals return. You will see broken marriages mended. You will see communication flow where there was once only silence. This is the wholeness I promised. I am not a God of fragments. I am a God of completeness. I am putting the pieces of your life back together, but this time the picture will be more beautiful than it was before it was broken. Receive this restoration. It is yours. My child, I have poured my spirit into you. I have realigned your focus. I have given you the keys to the kingdom. But revelation without application is merely entertainment. To see the walls actually fall, you must walk out this truth in the physical realm. I am placing before you a divine challenge, a test of your new heart posture. This is not a test to see if you fail. It is a test to prove to yourself that you have changed. I call it the 3-day test. For the next 72 hours, I am asking you to live by a single rule, a single spiritual reflex that will break the habit of worry forever. Here is the instruction. For the next 3 days, the enemy is going to try to reclaim the territory he just lost. He will send a thought of fear. He will remind you of a bill. He will trigger a painful memory. This is inevitable. But your reaction must be different. The moment that thought enters your mind, you must not entertain it. Do not invite it to sit down and have tea. Do not argue with it. Instead, you must immediately arrest that thought and speak these words aloud, or in your heart, the battle is the Lord's. This is your weapon. This is your shield. When the phone rings and you feel that familiar spike of adrenaline, say it, the battle is the Lord's. When you look at the empty seat at the table and grief tries to overwhelm you, say it, the battle is the Lord's. When you lie in bed and your mind starts to race, command it to silence with this truth. By doing this, you are actively transferring the burden back to me. You are training your spiritual muscles to trust instead of tremble. You are rewiring your brain to seek my face instead of the face of the problem. If you can sustain this for 3 days, you will break the cycle of anxiety that has plagued you for years. You will create a new pathway of peace in your mind. It will be a fight at first, for your flesh loves to worry. But as you persist, you will feel a lightness taking over. You will realize that you were never meant to carry the world. You were meant to carry my presence. Accept this challenge. Commit to these 3 days of radical trust. If you stumble, do not judge yourself. Simply pick up the weapon again and say, "The battle is the Lord's." Watch how the atmosphere of your home changes when you stop fighting and start trusting. The test begins now. If you accept this 3-day test, go now to the comments and type, "The battle is the Lord's." Let this be your covenant signature in the sight of heaven, a public yes to the private work I am doing in your heart. My child, we have covered much ground today, but do not mistake this pause for a conclusion. What has happened in your spirit over the last few minutes is not just a soothing of your emotions. It is a reconstruction of your foundation. However, this is only the beginning of your restoration. You have learned today how to stop fighting. You have learned how to shift your focus from the storm to the Savior. But there are deeper mysteries I yearn to teach you. There are weapons in my armory that you have not yet touched, weapons that do not cut with metal, but cut with silence. I want to teach you about the sword of stillness. It is a weapon so powerful that it can silence the accusations of the enemy without you uttering a single word. I want to teach you how to maintain this peace when the world around you is screaming. I want to show you how to walk into a room and shift the atmosphere simply by carrying my presence. But you are not ready for that lesson just yet. First, you must digest what you have eaten today. You must practice the law of focus. You must pass the 3-day test. Do not rush. Spiritual indigestion occurs when you try to consume too much revelation without applying it. Take the next few days to live out this message. Let the roots of trust go deep into the soil of your heart. When I see that you are standing firm, when I see that you have stopped looking at the wind, then I will return to you with the next portion of this prophecy. The next message I have for you will deal with your hidden authority, the power you possess, but have been afraid to use. But for now, rest. Rest in the knowledge that the battle has been transferred. The giant is falling. The garden is blooming. And your God is holding you close. Now, my beloved, we must seal this word. The enemy is a thief, and the birds of the air come to steal the seed that has been sown along the path. We will not allow him to take this from you. We are going to place a seal of protection for this prophecy, a spiritual lock that no demon in hell can pick. You are going to leave this video not just hopeful, but established. You are going to walk away with the assurance that the work has been finished in the spiritual realm and is now manifesting in the natural realm. I want you to make this declaration with me. Speak it in your spirit. I am not a victim. I am a victor. I am not forgotten. I am chosen. My past is forgiven. My present is protected, and my future is prosperous. I release the need to know how and when, and I embrace the peace of who. God is my source, and He is enough. Feel the truth of those words anchoring you. Feel the shift in your atmosphere. It is done. The paperwork of your destiny has been signed in my blood. To physically seal this covenant and to lock this piece into your timeline, I want you to make one final prophetic act. Go to the comment section and type these 3 words, I stand firm. Do not type it as a mirror. Type it as a decree. Let the world know that you are no longer shaking. Let the enemy read it and tremble. I stand firm. This is your anchor. This is your stance. And finally, to ensure you do not miss the next instruction, the next layer of your healing, make sure you are connected to this channel. If you have not yet subscribed, do it now and press the like button Turn on the notification bell so that when I release the word on hidden authority, you are the first to hear it. You are part of a family now, a Gideon's army that conquers not by might, but by my spirit. Go now, my child. The storm is over. The peace is yours. I love you with an everlasting love.